Flett of Golden Skate, really excited to be joined by the most important woman in ice dance.
Oh my God, I love that title.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Marie-France Dubreuil, thanks so much for chatting with us. We're here at Autumn Classic International. I want to ask you about, there's so many teams we could talk about, but let's of course talk about your two world medalist teams. They're French, Gabby and Guillaume.
Yes.
Talk to us about, anything we should know in terms of summer training, where they're at now, how are things going?
Well, Gabby and Guillaume are doing great. We gave them a little break in the summer, of course. They went to Japan, they did some shows, but now they're back training full time. They're healthy and they're excited about their new programs. They invested a lot of themselves in the new programs this year, so for sure I think you're going to discover a side of them that you've never seen before.
Okay.
And
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? Only because, when you think of the rhythm dance this year on Broadway, one wouldn't naturally think that this is something that would suit Gabby and Guillaume necessarily, based on the style and the direction
I know we
that they've
struggled
gone.
a little bit with finding
Okay.
a style that would just bring something of their personality out to the public that nobody has seen yet.
Okay.
And we, especially with the music edit, we played around a lot, but I think we finally have the perfect mix to really bring out their best qualities.
Okay. And how's their fin step going?
Their fin step, great. They cover ice like nobody else, so yes.
Sure.
Great.
And their free dance. Can you talk about their free dance? Any insights you want to share?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It's very modern and we tried a way of moving that's a little bit different, that still captures their effortless flow on the ice, but also with more staccato and modern dance movement. So they're still great storytellers, so we still play with this, but I'm actually really excited about their two programs.
How difficult is it for you to come up with materials and a vehicle for them each season? Particularly, I would think that this season is a season where maybe you could experiment a bit more before we start getting into more Olympic-minded.
Yeah, and we did experiment, and like I said, these two are real artists on and off the ice. So it was fun to actually make them fully participate this year into the concept, and it's just they're just developing still newness in their skating, and free dance will be really, I think it might take off in a different direction, like it might push the sport to another level of interpretation and movement.
They're going to have to introduce more levels at this point.
I don't know, but it's exciting. It's still fresh, and we still have to make sure it's fully legal all around, because when you play with newness, you push on the rules a little bit.
Sure. Madison and Zach from the United States started out with a bang last season, winning everything in sight. A bit of a struggle at four continents. Had goals to win world championships, fell a bit short of that.
Yeah.
How was their Madison and Zach's mentality coming off of last season and into training? Did you feel?
Well, with them we took a different approach this year, because previously they were trying to be ready beginning of September to do the US in Salt Lake, the competition in Salt Lake. So this year they thought, let's take more time in the summer to really prepare and dig a little bit deeper into finding elements that are, different, or style of dance that is just a little bit more refined and pushed, and so their season is going to start only at Skate America. They're not going to do any challenges or any previous competition before Skate America. So it's a new approach. We'll see if that works for them. But they're training hard. I like what I see. I also see a new side of them with the Broadway. So it's fun, and free dance is really starting to develop in something very unique.
And still channeling, or planning to channel some Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. But that comes naturally for them. Yes.
Totally. Did you pick this? Did they pick this? How did it come about?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It came up like this, and I think it really captures like their rock star personality and looks, and it's very American, so and very entertaining. Everybody loves that music, so I think it's going to be a great vehicle for them.
Okay. Just come a bit closer.
Oh,
Perfect.
sorry.
That's okay. Last question. With all the changes in ice dance in terms of, for several seasons we saw Virtue and Moyer up against the French. Now, sort of, the playing field is still taking a while to settle as to who is going to be the big challenger or who will be the challengers heading into the Olympic Games. Do you watch some of the other teams? Are you watching the Russians? Are you watching the Canadians?
Oh, that's a good question. I watch, but not that much. I think for me, as the creator or choreographer, I don't want to get influenced by what other people are doing. At the end of this season, I will watch, briefly, just to make sure that we hit a direction that's unique or, that's pleasurable for most judges or audiences. But I'm trying not to be influenced by other people too much. Okay.
Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us. Safe trip back to Montreal,
Always
and best of luck to your teams this season.
Thank you. Thanks.